Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games. And today we're continuing our Hollow Knight Pale Court playthrough. Last time on this Pale Court playthrough, we got the very last charm in the game, and we defeated a Radiant battle. So technically I believe that everything that's left in this Pale Court mod for me to do are 3 more Radiant battles, 2 more Ascended battles, and finishing the Champion's Call. I believe that is the rest. What I intend to do today, I intend to start with attempting to defeat the kindly Isma on Radiant. And then after that, we're going to practice a little bit in order to try to do the Champion's Call. Really depends on how long this Radiant battle takes for how far we get into that. And Battle Folly, hello, welcome to the stream. Now, we were in the middle of doing Radiant attempts against the kindly Isma last time. It may take me a little bit to get back into this. We'll see how quickly I die the first couple attempts. Alright, almost died right there, for example. There we go. Died very quickly. But I believe I can do this. Really, getting through the first part of the battle is the hardest for me. After that, the second and third part are probably easier. However, it's still very easy to die, so it will take me some time. I don't want to be too high up when she's starting that, by the way, because I've noticed that I could be high enough up that I can no longer dodge the vine that she's throwing. Alright, there's 2 Golkas over here. That's real bad. Kill both of those with the King's Honor. The King's Honor charm is extremely nice for defeating those Golkas. Which, this one right here needs to be defeated too. Oh, I got killed by a Leaf Snapper. Alright. That one actually was going pretty well for the second time after not playing in a little while. Let's go. Watch out for the Golka. The Golka's about to spit at me. This Leaf Snapper right there needed to die, so it died. And that Golka over there died. So technically, the right side of this arena is very safe right now. Although we killed all of her ads, so she added more. Now, nothing's safe. Including over here. Over here is not safe anymore. Watch out, there is a Leaf Snapper down there. Right there. Found it. By the way, partially for myself, what charms are we wearing? We are wearing probably my favorite set of charms for this challenge. The Mark of Pride is the only somewhat questionable one, but I believe that the Mark of Pride is really nice in this battle. The Mark of Pride makes it so that my nail is much longer, and my nail being much longer means that I can bounce off of things more easily, and I can destroy things that are a little bit farther away, like Leaf Snappers, Golkas sometimes, although I normally don't hit them with the long nail, and the vines that she puts out are also in consideration for that charm being on. Oh my gosh, there's so many Leaf Snappers down there. It's kind of scary. I think I need to kill some of the Leaf Snappers. Let's do that. And of course she put out more. It's the problem with trying to take out any of the things that she puts out, is she just has more. I think realistically what I need to do for this first part of the battle is just get used to dealing damage a little bit faster. Trying to deal with all of the enemies that she adds and deal damage to her seems challenging enough that it might not be very realistic. Look at those Leaf Snappers there. Those Leaf Snappers are dangerous. Alright, if we can handle it, the right side is safe. It was safe before. Oh, she threw an acid to the side and hit me. In the later phases of this battle, that acid throw is the thing that I'm most worried about, because it's a little bit hard to notice that it's happening. Oh, right, it just died immediately. It's a little bit hard to notice that it's happening. I expect her to throw out a vine at me, and then she turns around and she decides to throw acid instead, and at that point I'm in the wrong position to dodge the acid. That's what happens later in the battle with that acid for me, I believe. Don't know how universal that feeling is, but I do know that one of the people that have contributed to this mod was here last time and said that they were going to make the acid throw more easy to distinguish in a future version of the mod. So apparently it's not just me. But I don't know how universal that opinion is. Bow and attack. Let's get to the second part this time. And what do I need to do to get to the second part? Well, not that. Don't die to the leaf snappers. I kind of need to memorize where the leaf snappers are on the ground, because they're not the same every time. And if I know where they are, then I can avoid getting hit by them. If I don't know where they are, then I have to look at the ground. And it's usually not a good time to look at the ground when this giant enemy over here is attacking me and the Gulkas are around. Okay, this is actually a really good set. Let's not kill any of her units. Oops, I killed one. Darn. I didn't want to kill any so that she wouldn't put any more out, because I have the opinion that she only puts more out when you kill a certain threshold of them. So if we can get into a situation where there's a good set of them out there, if I just don't kill any more, then we can stay with that good set. But that's not what happened. Instead, I accidentally killed one, somehow. Probably with the King's Honor. King's Honor is pretty good at killing things. Especially small things that don't have much life. That was a good time to use a spell. I should be a little bit better about using spells. Like, let's do that. That's probably a good spell to use too. Yeah. There we go. Use lots of spells. There are a ton of enemies at the bottom. And there's more. Okay. This is the second phase, which means all of those enemies that were going to kill me just went away. Which is good. Oh no, the acid. Dodge the acid effectively. Apparently dodge those Gulka attacks effectively too, which was surprising. Did not dodge that acid. Alright, we got to the second part of the battle and I died from the acid. Kind of expected to die from the acid there. Just like I got used to using spells at the beginning, I should get used to using spells in the second and third part too. I am wearing a very spell-heavy set of charms. I'm wearing the Soul Eater. If you're wearing the Soul Eater, you're wearing a spell-heavy set of charms, basically. Okay. Did not see a way out of that. Tried to just go into her face and bounce off of her face. Failed the second part of that. I went into her face. Did not bounce off of it. Instead, I skewered on it. That particular death is easy to avoid. Let's not do that one again. Bow to the kindly Isma. Right before she kindly kills me. Okay, this particular one. No! I died from that same thing again. Let's not do that again. How about that? This time for sure. Of all of the bosses that were added, I think the kindly Isma is the one that I find the most difficult, at least on the normal version of this boss. The Mystic Zamir is absolutely absurd. We've defeated the Mysterious Zamir, on Radiant, but I'm nowhere close to defeating the Mystic Zamir on Radiant. So if I were to rank the bosses from easiest to hardest, I would probably rank the Mysterious Zamir as one of the easiest. And I'm saying that really because when I fought the Mysterious Zamir, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't learn her attacks, and I still ended up winning after a few tries. So I defeated the Mysterious Zamir, the normal version, the attuned version out in the world, of the Mysterious Zamir before I actually learned all of her attacks. So therefore I think she's probably the simplest of the added bosses in terms of difficulty. Next is... which one is next? Next might be Tiso. I'm gonna say Tiso as the second easiest of the added bosses, which is crazy because Tiso's crazy, but I'm mainly remembering Tiso being crazy from the Radiant version of it. The Radiant version of Tiso is very hard because of the machine gun attack. But when the machine gun attack is only dealing 1 damage, it's not so bad. And then next, I'm not sure which one is easier between Drya and Hegemol. Drya and Hegemol, I think, are very similar in difficulty, at least to me. I like the Drya battle more, and I think therefore I'm better at it. But that might be just me. Oh, no. So I'm gonna put Fierce Drya next. And then the Mighty Hegemol. And now we're getting into the most difficult ones. So the Kindly Isma is the next most difficult one. And then after that, I haven't defeated the Radiant version of them, so it's a little bit hard for me to more conclusively say which one I consider to be the most difficult. But of the top 2 slots, I think are Isma and Ogrim together, Ogrim and the Kindly Isma together, and then the hardest would be the Mystic Zamir. And I will think that until I figure out a better way to defeat the Mystic Zamir than I have so far. Let's slam down there. I think that was a good thing to do. Oh, almost got killed by that. And then of course there could be another boss added that I haven't seen yet. For example, something at the end of the Champion's Call. So if there's another one, I just don't know it. One of the things about playing this blind is I don't know if there's something more to the Champion's Call. I have no idea how much more, I guess I should say. Alright, there's a vine there. Need to destroy this vine. Good spell. The spell got rid of the Gulka things too. Oh no, the acid! I got killed by the acid. Actually dashed into where one of the pieces of acid was falling. Alright, we've made it to the second phase only a couple times, and both times I've died to the acid attack in the second phase. So, if I can get a little bit better at the acid attack in the second phase, then I think that one will be handled. And then it's just a matter of getting a lot better at the first part of this battle than I currently am. And if we're really good at the second and third part of this battle, then we could try more risky strategies in the first part to just get to the second and third part more often. Or more quickly, I guess. It wouldn't be more often if you're doing risky strategies, it would be more quickly. But the first part of the battle is one of the problems. I do think I need to focus more on damaging with spells in this first part of the battle. Because if I can deal damage fast enough, then all of these enemies that are about to kill me are going to be less of a problem, because we just don't have to deal with them for as long. Okay, almost died a couple times there, but still alive. Being able to use spells does depend on me knowing where some of the enemies are that could come up on me. Those leaf snappers really is what I'm talking about. So Battle Folly says the Ogremon Isma is the hardest for her. And you haven't beaten them hitless yet. So you've beaten the Radiant version, or do you mean hitless like you're doing the attuned version hitless type thing? I would assume you mean Radiant. That fits with what I've said before, that I don't really know those last two well enough to have a very confident opinion about which one is the hardest. Slam down there, hit that. Do a spell there, great. She's going to throw that up now because we killed a lot of her ads. She doesn't have enough ads, she's just going to add more. You're lazy, you do attuned hitless. You know, attuned hitless is a pretty good way to practice for Radiant hitless. For the Radiant battle, I guess it's just Radiant. If you can do the attuned hitless, you can probably do the Radiant version. Because all you have to deal with is some more life, I guess? There's no difference to the arena, it's just the bosses have more life, I think. Oh no, almost died there. Alright, she's probably going to add more because we killed the one at the bottom. Good, let's defeat this Gulka. That Gulka is really bothering me. That Leaf Snapper almost killed me. The other Leaf Snapper killed me. I think I've only gotten to the second phase twice. So I just need to do a lot more damage in this first phase. Because I'm going to die, apparently. If the first phase lasts long enough, I'm going to die. By the way, I hit her with a Gulka thing. The bit that the Gulka hit out, I hit Isma with it. I like that. Where are your enemies? Oh. The acid is not what hit me, but I blame the acid for my death. I stood in between two of the acid droplets, and the Gulka shot me. So, I have enough to do a down spell. Let's do a down spell. I actually intended to kill that Leaf Snapper. I triggered it in order to kill it. I would like to be able to hit the boss. Being able to hit the boss would be good. In fact, that's the first hit I put on. No, no, the vine. Well, if you've got the attuned hit list down, then you can believe in yourself, right? Alright, we did hit Isma there. Almost got hit by that, actually. I dashed through it. It's the only reason we survived. Okay, there is a Leaf Snapper down here. Don't get hit by the Leaf Snapper. Alright, there's only leaf snappers. There's no Golkas. This is perfect. Don't kill the leaf snappers. No! She's putting out more. No, no. Actually, we made it to the next part. Even better. I just realized something. And apparently my realization messed me up. I slashed to the left instead of down. I just realized something. During that part where she's throwing thorns out, you could just hit her with the things that the Golkas shoot out. I've never actually done that. I've always tried to go up and do sneaky little hits on Isma when she's doing the vine thing, and actually, maybe you can just avoid the vines and hit her with the Golka hits. Of course, that might not do much damage, so it might not be a good idea, but I've never tried it. It might be a lot safer. That time I was far too high up. You don't want to be too high up when she's doing the vine attack. Okay, I think that I'm getting a little bit better at this first part. At least being able to avoid the enemies without trying to kill them all the time. I say that right as a Golka snipes me, but I'm getting a lot better at avoiding the random enemies. And I think that is what's going to turn the tide in my favor here. If I can get better at the random enemies, then the rest of this just kind of falls into place. And getting better at the random enemies is not defeating them, apparently, as I thought it once would be. It is actually just getting used to avoiding them. Because if you can just get used to avoiding them, then you don't have to get rid of them. Okay, got one hit on her. Took me a while to get over to where she was. More things. There's Golkas again. Oh no, okay, never mind. We made it to the next part. Just avoid her vines. I did hit her once there, with the Golka attack. Oh, and I avoided that. Good. No, I slashed to the left instead of down. It's the second time I've done that. But I've gotten to the second part. At least more frequently, right? That's going to be the turning of the tide. Okay, avoid that. Good. It's a good hit. I'm avoiding the two leaf snappers down there. I know where they are. Good. Alright. Let's kill that one. Good. Got a good hit in there, too. Almost got hit by that Golka attack. I was able to redirect it before I did. And we're to the next part. Let's go. Great. Had to do the down there because I was worried about the Golka attack that would have hit me very soon after. Okay, destroy these vines. Get out of the way of that. Again. Oh my gosh. Almost hit me twice there. Get rid of this vine. Down? No! I was about to do a down spell. Alright. I'm feeling good about this. We're getting to the second part more reliably on Radiant. And that's huge. Let's see here. Down spell, I guess. I don't think that down spell hit her. I think I was too late. We killed the Golka over there. That makes this side a little bit safer. She's going to keep going over there while I'm over here. too late on that spell. There we go. Perfect. 2 hits and then the spell. That's what we like to see. 2 hits and then the spell. Alright. There's 2 Golkas over there, though. Alright. Oh no! I died to the Leaf Snapper during the transition. Hello, VG Fireflame. Welcome to the stream. This is Radiant. I'm doing the Radiant Kindly Isma. I have gotten better. We're slowly improving. And slowly improving basically means that I'm getting to the second part of the battle a little bit more reliably. And I think one of the things that I need to do to get better is still get a little bit better about using spells in this battle. There's a lot of times where using spells is absolutely the right thing to do, like there. I'm getting a lot better at the first part of the battle using spells, but I need to continue that on in the second part. Hit her with the Golka thing. Alright, we're at the second part. Be careful. Good. Ho-ho, got both of her vines there. That feels nice. Down spell was an excellent choice. I made that choice a little bit later than it looked like I made it. And that I was too scared of the acid that was still on the floor. I should have moved anyway. Am I going to do Ogrim and Isma after this? No. Actually, my plan after doing this is to train up some more for the Champion's Call, which means probably practicing the Mystic Zamir. I haven't beat the Mystic Zamir on Ascended yet, so that's probably what I would do after this, is target the Mystic Zamir on the Ascended version, with the intention of training up for defeating the Champion's Call. I don't know what comes after the Mystic Zamir in the Champion's Call, because I've never beaten that part yet. Let's see here. We did get to the next part. Careful, careful, and careful. Good. That was a good time for a spell. I thought she was about to do an acid, though, so I took a little bit longer doing the spell than I should have. Oh no! Oh no! The vine was in a terrible spot. The Mystic Zamir Radiant took you 3 hours. I don't plan to do the Radiant this time, and 3 hours seems really good to me for the Radiant version of that fight. So congratulations. I don't know how long it will take me to do Radiant Mystic Zamir. If I do it. I probably will try, but I don't know how long it's going to take me. I don't think that the Kindly Isma Radiant is going to take that long. It's the main thing I want to accomplish during this stream, but I don't think that it's going to take the whole stream to do so. Okay, she's putting out even more Leaf Snappers. There's a lot of Leaf Snappers out. Let's destroy one. Let's maybe destroy another. There we go. Alright, there's only one Leaf Snapper, I think. Happy with one Leaf Snapper. Good. It's interesting that I don't know the name of the Leaf Snapper enemy, because to me, I've called it Leaf Snapper, and that just makes a lot of sense to me. So why call it anything else? The Golkas, I know their name. Yeah, I didn't know how to get out of the acid range there. I dashed directly below her. I dashed directly below her because I thought she was going to do the vine attack. And then once I knew that she was not doing the vine attack, I was in a very poor place to dodge the acid. That's how it works for me. That's why the acid attack is the worst for me. You have to dodge the vine attack quickly. So I dodge quickly, expecting vines, and then the acid defeats me. Alright, I've been told that the leaf snappers are named Fool Eaters. You know, that's a pretty good name. Even though I have renamed them to the leaf snappers. Their original name is perfectly fine. Okay, be careful. There is a Golka, or not a Golka, a leaf snapper right there. Darn. We've got this though, right? I haven't gotten to the third part of the battle on Radiant yet. That's a funny thought. Why doesn't Isma's tear prevent you from taking damage from acid? Alright, the acid got me in the first part. The acid is probably going to get me in the first part of the battle every time she does it, because I just do not expect it in the first part of the battle. She does it much less frequently than the other attacks. And if we learn how to defeat the first part of the battle somewhat reliably, it won't be a problem, because it won't happen often enough that we need to actually learn it. We can just get by with her not doing it often enough. There she does it again, though. I'm eating my words. I'm curious, because the acid attack is one of the least frequent moves that she does. So, how often am I dying to the acid attack versus other moves of hers? I probably die to the Gulkas and the Leaf Snappers pretty frequently, but how often do I die to a move of hers other than the acid compared to the acid move? Yeah, the aura that I'm wearing, I think it's called the King's Honor. It's an upgrade to the Dung Defender's charm. An upgrade to the Defender's Crest, that's what it's called. And it seems really good. For one, if you notice, I just kill random enemies sometimes. Like the Gulkas on the side, sometimes they die because I have this King's Honor on. It's really nice passive damage, and it feels like it's a fairly large amount of damage for being passive. Usually passive damage doesn't do as much. So it seems really nice. And being only one charm cost makes it pretty easy to put with anything. It doesn't exactly go with the rest of the charms that I'm wearing. It doesn't have anything to do with the strategy that the rest of the charms have. But it only costs one charm notch, so no downside, really. Ho-ho, I didn't die to the acid. Granted. There's two Gulkas over there. BG Fireflame wants to see my charms. Here you go. Those are the charms. I've got the Shaman Stone and the Unbreakable Strength, basically the two deal more damage charms. The Mark of Pride, so that I can more easily bounce off of stuff, hit stuff, and destroy vines. The Soul Eater to get lots of souls so I can use lots of spells. And the King's Honor, which, as we've talked about, seems to be really nice. The one that I could imagine is maybe not the most useful that I have on is the Mantis Pride. However, I really like it. I really like having that extra length to my nail. I think it makes it easier to more reliably bounce off of things that I bounce off of in this battle. Makes it a little bit more reliable for me to destroy the vines and other things that she puts out. At the heart, my style of play is more of a swordsman than a magician, as you can probably tell. And that's really coming from how I experienced the game in my blind playthrough. So when I played through this blind, I just never really got used to using spells. And so when I started watching other people play this game after I finished my blind playthrough, I was surprised at how often they used spells. Like, spell damage was extremely important to people. And which charms you were wearing is apparently really important to people. I often went into battles having forgotten to change my charms, and then just, went through the battle anyway. Because for me, it was all about dodging. It wasn't about dealing tons of damage quickly, it was about surviving the battle. Wow. There's a nice 2-second death. Bow to the kindly Isma, and then let's win this time. I declare this time the victory time. To dodge all those Golka attacks. I think that's the third time today that I've slashed to the left instead of down, which probably means I'm holding my controller slightly wrong. If my thumb thinks that that's down and it's actually left. Let's destroy this Golka over there. There we go. Golka destroyed. Other Golka destroyed me. Vengeance. Oh no, I forgot to bow. If I forgot to bow, this can't be the actual time. I like 2 down strikes and then a spell. I think that's my favorite there. Down spell. There's too many attacks all over the place. Alright. We're in a much safer spot now. I think I needed to kill the Golkas there. There's a certain thing about this battle that's random, and what's random is when the Golkas are attacking versus when she's attacking, and sometimes they can get into phase. And if they're in phase, then it's real bad. And if they're not in phase, then it's relatively easy to dodge. I bowed that time. Bowing is good. Now we've got this. Destroy this Golka over there. Good, there's no Golka over here, which means we can hit her pretty easily. Darn, she put out more. She didn't put out a Golka, though. Not on the right side, anyway. Which means... oh, well, now there is. Alright, there's way too many ads here. We need to actually focus on destroying some enemies. Right after we did that, she started putting more in. There's very few of the floor that is safe. Let's do this. Oh no. Okay, we made it to the next part. That was a very dangerous set of enemies in that first part, so I'm pretty happy we made it to the second part. Oh man, we died very quickly. The Sharp Shadow Charm increases your shadow dash speed by 33%. Okay. But how important is the speed of the dash? I guess I don't completely understand why that matters, because I think when you press the button with your thumb is the more important part than how fast your character goes. That's just me thinking about what you're saying and trying to understand, you know, that's interesting knowledge, what do you do with it, right? Alright, we made it to the second part again, that's good. Now let's not die immediately. Good, did not die immediately. Let's not die to acid, alright. Great, and we got both vines in that attack as well. Oh no, I slashed to the left again instead of down. Wow. Apparently I need to get good. As in, slash down instead of left sometimes. Hit the boss exactly once. There we go. 2 more hits. There's a leaf snapper right there. That was very dangerous for where she was. Alright, Isma. I'm ready. You've defeated me every time, but sometime I will become the master. Which means that I defeat you once. Really, we're going for one victory here. That's a couple of good spells. 2 leaf snappers right in the center. I kind of lost my reliability in getting to the second part of this battle. I need to get that back. Getting to the second part of the battle more reliably is still what I need in order to get through this. Okay, bunches of leaf snappers. Let's be careful about the bunches of leaf snappers that are around. Ooh, was not high enough up. Got hit by the vine. Do I sometimes know I'm going to get hit when I Mothwing Cloak? Maybe? Sometimes you think, what's the point of beating her? I mean, it's really all about the challenge. This is the Pale Court here. It's not about making a change in the world by defeating the bosses. It's about glorious combat. I need to use spells more. Use spells more. Bow to the kindly Isma. And then don't get killed by leaf snappers, because you don't want to be a fool. And those are fool eaters. Oh gosh, leaf snapper right there, and right there. Alright. Let's get to the second part more often. And in order to do that, what do I need to change? I think I still need to use spells more often, but also one of the things that I was doing better earlier was just avoiding the enemies instead of trying to defeat them. Don't try to defeat all of the enemies here. Just try to avoid them, for the most part. Also, right, what we have here is a good thing, because... Oh darn, she changed it. I was gonna say it was good because the left side was perfectly clear. Oh, it's still clear. How about that? Alright, we kind of have a good thing, except that there's two Gulkas over there, which is kind of bad for me. There we go. And we're to the next part. Great. I really thought she was about to do acid there, by the way. I'm scared of the acid to the point that I think she's doing it more often than she actually is. Oh no! There it is. She got me with the acid again. What do I do? What do I do for the acid attack? Once I know that she's doing it, it's still hard to avoid it. Even when I know that it's happening, it's still pretty hard for me to figure out what to do. Almost got hit by that leaf snapper there. We did avoid it, but not by a whole lot. The acid, ho, we did not get hit by the acid or the Gulka who tried to take an opportunity. Alright, I believe that we're to the next part. We are. Great. Oh, I still got sniped by the Gulka that was no longer there. Oh, man. We're gonna count that as getting to the second part, even though we died in the transition. Oh gosh. I still think that dealing damage quickly in this first part does help me a fair amount. Because if I deal damage quickly, I can get used to where the enemies are and they don't change. And getting used to the first set of enemies is a lot more easy than getting used to a second set of positions. Which really happens if we're in this first part long enough. Because we are going to invariably kill some of the enemies that are around here. And when we do, it's going to change. And I think she was actually... I think what I saw at the end there was her starting the second part. I think. So we kind of got to that second part again. But that time I won't count it. Alright. Man. Hardest thing for me is all of the added monsters. All of the added monsters in the first part really makes it hard, which is very different than the Isma and Ogrim duo battle, which means the duo battle is going to have a different thing. There's going to be a different problem with the duo battle than the problem that I'm having here. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the duo battle doesn't seem as hard to me. At least, I don't know. It probably seems harder than this, actually. But I imagine that the duo battle seems a little bit easier because there's no part here where she's adding a whole bunch of Gulkas and leaf snappers around. Don't worry, I'll beat her when Silk Song comes out. Alright, well now that it's me that's determining when Silk Song comes out, let's defeat it now, right? I'm not worried. I think that we'll get it this particular day. It's pretty often that you feel really bad at something in a game, and then you figure it out and you win. So I'm going to look really bad, and then I'm suddenly going to start doing much better and then win. Just have to get the patterns down well enough. This pattern I do not like. Isma, I do not like your pattern. Okay, we're still alive. Had to do it down there because of when the Golka was attacking. Can't believe I'm getting to the point that I know when the Golkas are attacking to the point that I can time a down spell related to it. That's a definite improvement. Down spell, good. Actually did a fair amount of damage there. And we're to the second part. Still had some things to dodge, but we made it to the second part. Good spell, too. Nope, almost died there. Good, took care of the vine immediately, too. Alright. Putting in a fair amount of spells, which I think is good. Got rid of the vines. Oh, we're to the third part. Got rid of the vines again, that's good. No! I died because I tried to do a down spell and I didn't have the soul for it. Sad. Sad way to die, but we got to the third part. There's only one more part of the battle, and that last part, I think, is relatively easy compared to the rest. Not that I'll get it the first time, maybe, but it won't take me as long or as many tries as the rest of this has. Good. Really need some more soul here. Darn. So we made it to phase 3. Now I just have to make it to phase 3 3 more times. Make it to phase 3 3 more times. Then I'll feel very good about it. Putting out more. I do not like the spacing of your leaf snappers, madam. You know, when you're making a garden, you have to put space between the different plants. Otherwise, they don't grow up strong. Bow to the kindly Isma. Oh, killed one of those immediately. That's probably not good for me, having killed one of those immediately, because she's likely to put out another one in a different place that I'm not as familiar with. Okay, there were 2 right on top of each other. Like I'm telling you, as much as you like putting out all of these plant creatures, you're not the best gardener. You don't have the skills and experience needed for gardening. Let's see. A couple leaf snappers there. Really died from the Golka attack that time. We can do this. We always bow first, and then we wait. And then we do a nice little pattern of hits. Nice little pattern of hits. Let's kill that Gulka over there. I already killed a Leaf Snapper, so I'm probably going to cause her to put out more. I don't want there to be 2 Gulkas over there. Oh, perfect opportunity to hit her. This is a good opportunity too. Alright, now she's got more creatures out. But she didn't put a Gulka over here, which means... well, we're in the next part, so it doesn't actually matter. But it would have been an easy pattern. Okay, dodged that, and that. Dangerous. There is a vine in the center. Got rid of the vine in the center. There's another vine in the center. Okay, avoided the acid. And barely avoided that too. Avoided that acid. Don't like this vine though. Oh, did not avoid that acid. Got pretty far into the second phase. I feel pretty good about my second phase skills. It's really the first phase. And the first phase, we're getting there. The skills are coming. Kill that Leaf Snapper, kill this Gulka, use spells. There's a few Leaf Snappers in the center of them. And slashing to the left instead of down. Bow. Remember to try to slash down if you want to slash down. Apparently that's a problem too. It's been a problem for me in the past too, so it's not just a today problem. It's a long-term problem. Slash down when you want to slash down. Make sure that you're actually pressing down. Hello, Isma. We already killed the Gulka over there, apparently. So there's no Gulka on the left side, which means it's pretty easy to attack her when she's on the left side. Which means we should try to make her be on the left side more. Darn, okay, she's putting out more. But she did not put out a Gulka over there. She put out 2 on the right side, though. And we made it to the next part. Alright, I'm making it to this part more reliably. And I avoided acid. Aha. No. Alright, we avoided it. Didn't know it was coming for a second there. Was very worried about it. Good. Oh, almost got hit by the Gulka there. Alright, there's going to be a vine. We have to get rid of the vine. And we're to the next part. Good. Avoid this acid. Aha. We avoided the acid. Oh no, this is a terrible place. The vines. I should have actually jumped to the right there. What insect is Isma? I have no idea. If you're looking for lore, I apologize, you're in the wrong place. I try to figure out the lore of games on my own, and I don't necessarily do a great job. Much better at finding secrets than I am discerning lore. I don't know, what does she look like? I don't know. She looks like a robot. A robot is not a type of insect, I've heard. She's got 6 eyes, which doesn't really tell you much. Is she a spider? Is she a spider? I mean, apparently the hornet is a spider, which makes no sense to me. So the character design doesn't necessarily have to do a lot with the design of a real creature. Interesting. Battle Folly thinks that my inadvertent side slashes might be due to me playing with the Dash Master recently. I mean, it could be. That might be giving me a little bit too much credit. You thought Hornet was a hornet. I mean, according to her name, she should be a hornet. But according to her family tree, shouldn't she be a spider? She was born of the beast, and the beast was a spider, right? I mean, we don't actually know what the king was, though. And I believe the hornet was half whatever the king was and half whatever the beast was. I thought the beast was a spider. I like the design of Isma, even if I can't really tell what she's supposed to be replicating. Is the king a hornet? That would be very strange. What if the king's a hornet? And we know this because the hornet is named Hornet. Therefore, we know what type of bug the king is. Ah, death. Alright, I like this theory. Let's test it with the world. The hornet is a hornet only because the king was also a hornet. The king is a hornet confirmed. That doesn't really help us know what Isma is supposed to be, though. Isma does not look like a spider. There's a lot of leaf snappers in the center. Be careful. And there's a Golka that's very low down over here. Don't like the low down Golkas. Let's defeat that Golka. And beware of all the leaf snappers. Oh gosh, even more leaf snappers? Actually, maybe there's so many leaf snappers that she can't put out more Golkas. The king is a transformed worm. I mean, that's a good point. What's a worm? I mean, one thing that a worm could be is a worm. What if a worm is a worm? And he just spells it with a Y to try to be fashionable. Yeah, what is the white lady? Is the white lady a tree? She's basically a tree, right? We've got very interesting lore going on in this game. Way too late on that spell. Perfect time on that spell, though. And I keep jumping into or dashing into the projectiles. That's what's currently causing a lot of these deaths, as well as just, you know, kind of talking about worms and trees and spiders. But I think more what's killing this is jumping into projectiles. Let's stop jumping into projectiles real quick. I'm just gonna make that change. Okay, there's a leaf snapper down there. Don't want to get killed by the leaf snapper. Kill the leaf snapper. Now that one can't kill me. We're getting more though. Alright, barely timed that spell, and I really don't like that those Gulkas are phased so that they attack at separate times. I guess if we walk out of their range, that fixes it. Oh. Alright, we made it to the next part. Good. Good. She's throwing out acid. And I bounced too high. I knew that projectile was coming. I tried to do a down spell as early as I could, but there was no hope. Alright, got one hit on the boss so far. Get another one. There we go, 2 hits. This is how you win, 1 hit at a time. Why does the Nosk Hornet actually a hornet? I slashed Isma at the beginning. That's unlucky. You're not supposed to slash your foe at the beginning. That's not honorable. And we died very early because of it. Kindly Isma. I'm not getting past the first part very often, but I do end up doing rather well in the second part when I get there. I last a pretty long time in the second part, most of the time. Alright, there's a lot of additions on the left side. There's very few on the right side. So the right side, you can actually kill this one. Darn. I had a plan that did not come together. I was going to make the right side a safe side. Hegemol is not an insect. Alright. What's Hegemol? What is Hegemol supposed to be? Oh, there's a super high up Gulka. Don't like that. Let's clean up a little bit here. Alright, now we can fight. No! You put out the enemies again? Hegemol is a maggot? I don't think so. Because the maggots took over the armor afterward. But I thought that was considered false. That was considered like that was considered them taking over a dead thing rather than them taking over a related species armor. Oh man, the projectile. Oh gosh. Almost death several times there. Let's not die. This would be a very interesting one to try to do a don't touch the floor of the floor is lava challenge on, by the way. Because I think that you could stay in the air for a very long time. In the first part. The second part might ruin that challenge, but in the first part, I think you could stay in the air for a very long time by just bouncing off of all of the projectiles. Great down spell. Alright, I think we're done with this part. I was right. Getting pretty good at estimating her life total, which is probably not a great sign, because the only reason I can do that is because we've done this so much. Alright, there's vines. No, no. I dashed on the other side of the vine, and then I got hit with the acid. Bow, and still learning the first part a little bit, right? I think I can do it though. I think at this point I just need to focus most of the time. Okay, that was dangerous. I did survive, but it was dangerous. Let's have you be on the ground instead of in the air. How about that? There we go. Like you on the ground. Much easier to deal with. Right, dodge tons of these attacks. Down. We got out of the way of the leaf snapper there too, which is good. Okay, I think I need her to be on the ground. And then not get hit by the projectile. A floor and walls are lava? Jeez. So you're just bouncing off of Tiso the entire time? That's how you played it? That seems crazy. That's really impressive. Death. You know, my method of defeating the Radiant version of Tiso did involve bouncing off of him kind of a lot, but still, bouncing off of him constantly seems very hard. I like it though. Those types of challenges I really enjoy. Like, I really like watching YouTube videos where people try challenges like that. Alright, we need to kill these Gulkas a little bit. There we go. Gulkas on the wall over there dispatched. We've destroyed a lot of her stuff, so she's putting out more. Watch out for the Gulka over there. Good. Watch out for the leaf snapper. There is a leaf snapper right here. It's kind of a lot of leaf snappers, actually. Still in this part. And I'm kind of standing in between a whole bunch of leaf snappers. Well, the kindly Isma is very hard. I still believe that we're going to defeat her today, but I did not realize it was going to take this long. She keeps putting out things. I can't tell where all of them are. Okay, let's do a down spell. Let's kill this Gulka over here. There, the right side is pretty much taken care of. So if we can get her to attack on the right side, we might be good. Except that the left side was not taken care of, and I destroyed one leaf snapper, not realizing a second one was there. Bow to the kindly Isma, and I don't know, be careful. There's a lot of things happening in this battle. Like a lot of different things to pay attention to. I liked that down spell. I did it a little bit early, but I still liked it. Good. Only get one hit on the boss because of all the stuff over there. The leaf snapper. Alright, we made it to the next part. Good. Now that we made it here, let's try to get to the third part of this battle. And the main way you do that is by being careful when she's putting out acid, really. No. I died again to not having enough soul and trying to do a down spell. I can't do a down spell every single attack. I can do a lot of spells, but I can't do that many spells. And keeping track of my soul during the battle is a Herculean feat with all of the other things that I'm trying to keep track of. Alright, a little bit more Gulkas on the ground, or leaf snappers on the ground. There's one leaf snapper gone, the one in the center is gone. The one on the left is still there. There's still a leaf snapper on the left. Careful of that leaf snapper. Good, we tricked her into coming over there, where I could hit her easily. There's a leaf snapper in the center. Let's kill this Gulka over here. Killing that Gulka makes it a little bit easier. Killing this leaf snapper makes it a lot easier. Alright. Now we can go in and hit her with damage and probably get to the next part. Yep. Alright. That worked out well. Good. Good spell. Remember that you have to hit her, not just use spells. That was an excellent set. Oh-ho, barely dodged that acid. Barely dodged that acid too. Alright. Good, good. We're into the next part of the battle, which really just means that the area that we can fight in is smaller. Oh, we got out of the range of the acid there. That was luck. Oh man, I'm getting there. That one was very close. If I had down slashed a second time right then, I think I might have made it. Alright, got some good hits in. Good. Haven't put any spells on, but I have put in a lot of other attacks. Alright, there's a couple of leaf snappers. Actually, there might only be one. Yeah, there's only one leaf snapper. One leaf snapper is a fine number to deal with. Oh, the Gulka got me with the projectile. That one was going pretty well, I think, in the first part. Bow to the kindly Isma, and then win. Gotta win sometimes. Almost hit her. It took me a little while to get over there. Had to dodge that projectile. Have to dodge this projectile. Alright, there's a leaf snapper right... Wow, okay. Thought I was high enough. I was not. I think talking out loud about where all of the enemies are is helping a lot in this first part. So the first phase, talk about where the enemies are. One Golka down, there's still the 2 leaf snappers. Watch out, there's a leaf snapper on the right. Now there are more leaf snappers. The left is very dangerous. Avoid going to the left. Let's make the right less dangerous. There we go. The right is less dangerous now. If we can trick her to attacking over there, then we're in the best place. Alright, she did put out a Golka over here. Let's just kill that. Good. Now, she put out a leaf snapper over here. Okay, now things are very dangerous. Oh, we killed 2 of the Golkas, though. There's so many leaf snappers. Alright, we made it through that. Good. And we're to the next part. Alright. That was a very challenging first part of this battle. More challenging than normal. She just put out more things than she normally manages to put out. Oh, darn. I must have not had my shade dash available, because I think I would have dashed through that attack if I had it. I think my attempts are getting longer, which means that we're getting better at dodging things. I did have the idea in this battle at first that maybe in the first part you try to hit her with your sword primarily, and then save up soul for the next part of the battle, but I don't think that's a good idea. Based on how poorly I am at the first part of the battle, I think trying to save up soul and get past the first part is not something that I should be doing. But I do think that's a valid strategy for many battles, is to try to store up soul in the first phase so that you can use it in the harder later phases. It's just that I'm not sure that I can do that here. Come on, Isma. I'm sure I can defeat you. Bow to the kindly Isma, and then try to win. You have proven to be... Basically, you've proven that you should have the spot I put you in the difficulty chart. You being the top of the normal versions of each of the Pale Court bosses. I always try to kill the leaf snappers, not always, but I often try to kill the leaf snappers right after she puts them out, and you can't. You can't do that. They're not available for killing yet. Oh, a leaf snapper. Bow to the kindly Isma, and... Let's see here. I've defeated one of the leaf snappers. Both Golkas are still there. There are 3 leaf snappers now. Let's kill some things. 3 leaf snappers is far too many leaf snappers. Alright, the right side of this battlefield is okay. The left side has only 2 enemies on it. Alright, the right side of this became a lot worse. There's so many enemies right there. Alright. Trying to defeat some of the enemies instead of dealing damage to Isma is really not a good idea. I only do it when I find myself kind of desperate to make the battlefield simpler, but every time I do it, it seems like I've made a mistake. Because the battlefield actually gets more full if you defeat some of the enemies, because she adds more than you defeated most of the time. Alright, we actually have a good set of enemies out here, so focus damage on Isma right now. Got it. Alright, second part. What do we have? We have acid. Dodge the acid. More acid. Dodge that too. There's a vine in the center. Oh, darn. Almost got my down spell off. If you dream nail her during her bow, she does not lash out. Oh, okay. So we can do this. Gain a tiny bit of soul. You're a tough one, but my plants are tougher. We also get to see a little bit of lore. I mean, she's kind of right there. Her plants are tough. Okay, there's 2 Golkas over there. I don't think we can play with that. Let's destroy the Golkas over there. But we didn't actually defeat them. Okay, so this is a small improvement, courtesy of Battle Folly. Start the battle off with a Dream Nail so that you get a little bit of soul. I think that's just generally an improvement to any other strategy. And actually that probably works for a lot of battles, too. There were 2 Golkas on the left. I did not notice the second one being created. I dodged the hit from the first one, got hit by the second one. Bow? Actually, should have Dream Nailed her. Already forgot the improved strategy. Alright. Try not to defeat the enemies. Try just to dodge the attacks. Just defeat Isma. Well, that did not work. Wow, Isma. Also, if I go up and Dream Nail her, I am hitting her with the King's Honor a little bit. So I think that's just a strict improvement. Walk over to her, put some Honor of the King around her person, and Dream Nail her. Very nice. Let's see how much you can endure. Yeah, seriously. Very accurate Dream Nail dialogue. Get some of the King's Honor on her. Good. Almost did not survive there. Okay, I'm not getting any spells on, but I am dealing damage otherwise. There we go. We can put a spell on there. Oh, she did acid in the first part, and I dodged it. The dodging part of that is very new. Good. Watch out for the... Oh. Thought I was actually in a good place for that acid. So walk over to her, Dream Nail, and don't defeat the enemies. I already defeated a Golka, and she's putting out more things. Oh no. Defeated a couple of the things on the left side. She's putting out more. There's 2 Golkas in the same spot over there, with different attack timings. That's terrible. Okay, there's no Golkas over here. There's 2 on the left, though. There we go. No Golkas anywhere. And now that has changed, probably. Actually, it has not changed. Ho-ho! And a leaf snapper killed me in the transition. I swear I will get this. Bow? Completely forget about using the Dream Nail and the King's Honor in order to bow. One thing I've learned about banging my head on things in video games is that if you keep banging hard enough, sometimes you win. Oh. Good. See, I can't really jump up and then dash when she does that. Too many things to learn. We'll learn some of them, and that will have to be enough. Okay, perfect. Get a spell on. That's another good spell. Only 1 hit in there, but that was fine. We got the hit. Oh. Alright, this first part is going well. In fact, we're done with it. It went so well that we finished. Good. Got that down spell off. Could have been dangerous. Okay. I guess I could have dashed through the vines, but not sure how else I would have dodged that acid. I guess that's one thing I can do to confidently dodge acid if I knew it was coming, which I don't know that it's coming well enough to do this, but what I could do is dodge past a vine. Alright, good hit. If we get some good hits on, we will win the battle. Also, she has no adds, which means she's going to add more very soon. Yeah, there we go. There's some enemies in the room with us. And there's some more. Alright, so there's a lot of things on the ground over here. But we're also almost done with Isma. Yes, there we go. Get in the center. Alright. Got 1 hit in there. Ho-ho! Oh, no! Dashing through the vine doesn't work. I actually did it that time, but her acid goes through the vine too. I thought it would fall on the vine like it does on the wall. I was wrong. Okay, there's a bunch of enemies on the ground. There's 2 Golkas over there, which is very dangerous. Bow to the kindly Isma. And then... Got 3 hits in there, actually. I did not expect to get that many hits, because I was expecting to have to dodge a projectile. I bet you could defeat Isma with only Golka projectiles. I'd like to see somebody do that. Don't hit Isma directly. Hit her with her own Golka's projectiles the entire time. I think it's possible. Good so far. Nice hit with that spell. Good. There's 2 Golkas on the right. I meant to dash to the right, actually. I dashed to the left. Let's kill this Golka early. Don't know if that's a good idea, but we're doing it this time. So there's a bunch of leaf snappers. And there's 2 Golkas over here. We defeated both of the Golkas. There's so many leaf snappers. There's not really a good place to land on the ground to avoid them. Alright. If she just keeps doing this, because of all of the leaf snappers on the ground, we can just go back and forth like this with her. Yeah, I think this would work. As long as she doesn't put out any more. Like that Golka up there. Alright, we made it to the next part. All of the leaf snappers died. And we're here. Good. Good spell. A downward dive is what I want to do there. But I have to dodge the projectile first. Bow to the kindly Isma. Then be very careful. Good. We did defeat a Golka, so she's likely to put out more things eventually. But until she does, take advantage. Alright. We're defeating that Golka again. Watch out for that one. Alright, we have to destroy those, because there's just too many of them. Alright, I destroyed actually all of the Golkas she just put out. Nice. And we made it to the next part. How about that? I don't think I actually dealt Isma that much damage this time. But I guess I did, because we made it to the next part. Alright, there is a vine there. There's going to be a vine over there too. Good. Downward dive. Barely got that off. But we did get it. We're able to continue. To the next part. There's a vine over here. Knew that was going to be acid somehow. Don't know how I knew that. Whatever it is, I should learn it more for later. Gonna be a vine on the right. Good. There's vines both sides. Actually, the vine on the left never made it there. Alright, we're to the last part of the battle. And I'm trying to be very careful. We can defeat her entirely with the king's honor. No! Oh, so extremely close. Extremely close that time. Alright. Almost got it. That was very, very close. Some people, when they get that close in a game, they feel very upset. They're like, no! Throw the controller across the room. I actually feel excited, because having gotten there once, I can get there again. That means I can win. It's like, I have proven myself now. Alright. A lot of things on the ground, but nothing on the walls. There we go. Made it to this part. Had to do the down spell there. I was gonna get hit by a projectile if I didn't. I do have plenty of soul. Okay. I was worried for a second there that I was running out, but I was not. Oh, don't know how I survived that. Alright, there is a vine there. Okay, good. Just not getting hit is the best thing to do. Don't worry about putting on damage to her all the time. Not getting hit is so much more important than that. Good. Excellent down spell there. No, I kind of saw that coming, but I didn't know what to do. Alright, we made it to the third part again. Was that... Did I make it to the fourth part and then the third part twice in a row? Or did I die in between? I don't remember, but we're definitely getting there. You may not have believed an hour ago, but now you've got to believe, right? Bow to the kindly Isma. And then be very intelligent. We need intelligence for this. Beware of the projectile. We were appropriately aware and wary. Beware the projectile. And we made it to the next part. There we go. Good. Excellent. That was good too. Dodge the acid. Yes. There's going to be a vine there. Ooh, the downward dive took care of it, even though I was pretty far away. Good. Good. Oh, just barely got that dive off. Pretty happy about it. Oh, the acid. Did not know where to go. Hey, we're getting there. I'm very excited. Out of the last 4 times, I believe I made it past the first part of the battle 3 of those times. And I made it to the 4th part 1 of those times. And I made it to the 3rd part the other 2. So We're making it further. Now be very careful. I know what to do there. I did not do it, but I knew what to do. I think that's part of the battle. Bow? Let's actually... Nope. Can't bow and do that strategy. Good. Bow to Isma. It is a glorious combat. Is Isma taking a little bit longer to do her attack than normal? Or is it just that I'm getting better at this and so it seems like she's slower? Oh, I missed. I didn't go fast enough. Alright, let's be smart about the first part again. We've gotten past the first part so many times. I know how to do this. Let's be smart. Too late there again. Interesting. Lots of leaf snappers on the left. One on the right I didn't see. Bow to kindly Isma. Wow, that's like the third time, not in a row, but very close together, that I dashed toward her while she was doing the vine move, and basically into a projectile. We know not to do that. We know the Golka projectiles are something that we need to focus on. Let's focus on them. That time was a little bit different, even though I essentially did the same thing. I will be somewhat sad if I don't actually defeat kindly Isma's Radiant version this time. I believe that I will, as I've said. But as we get further along, you question it more. Bow, and then... She was on the other side because I moved slightly to the right. Got one hit on her. That's still something. That was a good timing. Good timing. Good. Careful of that projectile. Good. She is going places that I don't think I can really attack her. There's two Golkas up there. Let's defeat those. Yeah, can't deal with two Golkas up there. We've got a full soul egg, which means I'm not using spells enough. Okay. Good. Oh no. Acid. I did not realize it was going to be acid. That time I did think it was going to be acid. I got past the first part. I actually filled up my soul egg completely without using spells. So maybe I need to remind myself once again to use more spells. let's go up and hit her with the dream nail this time. There we go. Your plants are very tough. I agree with this. Don't know if you can say that I'm tough when I die to anything touching me ever. That means I am very fragile. Except that I keep coming back, so maybe that's what you mean. Oh, there's a leaf snapper that I almost hit a couple of times there. Really? Was it time to put out more plants? There's only one Golka over there. I thought there might be two. Alright, we're gonna hit her with the dream nail. Great. I think that people that are tough have lots of health. I think that's what that means. I do have a lot of health, but it goes away with a single touch. So I disagree with that one. I like your other dream nail dialogue more. That one. Let's see how much you can endure. That is a good dream nail dialogue for what we're doing right here. Okay, there's two leaf snappers there. Careful of the two leaf snappers. There, we got both of them. Good. I think you can hit her when she's throwing out more plants, or when she's throwing out the vines in the second part, but you can't hit her when she's throwing out more plants in this first part of the battle. Remember that surviving is what you need to do. More than hitting her is surviving all of the random things that are shooting at you constantly, over and over again. Okay. We need to defeat some of the things on the out here, unfortunately. I'd prefer to not have to do that. It's a battle of delicate flowers versus tough plants. Exactly. And just like the delicate flowers, there's a million of them. When the first one dies, you just bring out another. Be careful of that projectile. Ooh. I tried to run away from the projectile. It's like running away. You're supposed to run to the side when you're running away, not run in the same direction that the projectile is going. Careful of that projectile, but otherwise that was good. Ooh, this one is perfect timing. Except that I did that not on the perfect timing. Good. That's an excellent spell. Careful of the projectile. All right. This is good timing for a spell. And we're to the next part. We can get some good spell timings. We end up doing pretty well. Okay, I thought she was going to do acid there, by the way. Oh, how did I dodge that? I would not have been able to dodge that in the next part of the battle, the way that I did that. Good. Oh, and we got to the next part already. And we destroyed that vine. I was kind of worried about the vine. Was able to destroy it. There's another vine. Ho-ho. Just keep putting out vines. I'm a vine destroyer. Alright, we're to the last part of the battle. Have to dodge her every time. No. The Gulkas actually messed me up that time. I hit one of the projectiles and did not hit the other one. And then I tried to walk out of the way. I walked to where her vine was coming. But again, getting to that last part, we are very close. I'm actually dealing her damage all the time during that part. Because of the King's Honor, if nothing else. But also the Gulka hits are hitting her. So, if we can just last long enough in that last part, we'll win. Also, if I get the pattern down well enough, I can put some slashes on and do some up spells. It's just that I didn't feel confident enough either of those times to attempt that. I was waiting to get the pattern down a little bit more. Oh gosh, there's two Gulkas. Well, they're both gone, so never mind. Okay. And there's a lot of random enemies. Let's defeat that Gulka. Let's defeat one of these. Alright. Defeated a couple of her ads, and then kind of got destroyed because there were still too many. Bow to the kindly Isma. And then win. Try to win. Right. That was one of the original leaf snappers. If I get to that the very last part of this battle with some soul in my soul egg, I will definitely use it. Both times I've gotten to it, though, it's because I've been using spells and putting damage on her, so I haven't had any extra spells to use. I think that last one I could have used one spell, but that's not enough to defeat her, so you kind of want to save it if you only have one. Anyway. Let's get there again, and we can win the next time we get there. Where is the Gulka? The Gulka didn't shoot at me? What? I was expecting the shot the entire time, and it just never came. There's still one leaf snapper there. Okay, that's a good spell. That's a good spell. There's still a Gulka. We did not kill the Gulka with the spell. Oh, I missed. Swing and a miss. Bow to the kindly Isma. And then win somehow. Lots of dodging. This battle requires a lot of dodging stuff. Alright, where is she? She's over here. Could have used a down spell if the Gulka hadn't been there like that. That's a good time for a down spell. And this is a good time for a shriek. Oh, good time for a spell. And we're to the next part. Part 2. That was a good hit. Alright, let's get rid of the vines. She put out more vines. Oh, the Gulka's got me. I slashed one of them away and not the other. Now. And then... I feel like I've gotten to the point that I can defeat the enemies here with a little bit more confidence. I think so. Obviously, the acid. The acid in the first part kills me probably 90% of the time that it comes out, which is better than it used to be. It used to be 100%. Okay, great. Defeat that. Let's defeat this Golka too, now that we've defeated that. Once you start defeating things, it's better to continue than to stop, because she's going to put them back out. So it's nicer to have less of them still out when she puts more in. Alright, there's 2 Golkas over there. 2 Golkas is not okay. Killed them both. She puts out more. She put out 2 Golkas over there again. And the Leaf Snapper got me on the transition. Well. I apparently have chosen a very difficult thing to try to accomplish today. I knew it was going to be difficult. I did not know it was going to be this difficult. But still, that's kind of how it's been with all of the Pale Court. I know that it's difficult, but I'm expecting like a really hard base game difficulty, or I'm estimating based off of that. And it is much harder than that. It is much, much harder than the base game. So let's see here. We did make it to the second part. Great. I got a slash in. That was really testing that I could do that more than anything else, because I want to be able to do that in the very last part of the battle. I know that I've done it before. That's how I've defeated Isma previously. I just want to be able to do that without getting hit by her vines, which is a very different task. Good hit. Alright, we've defeated none of the enemies so far, which means she has no desire to put more out. Okay. I was going to use an Abyss Shriek there, but there were too many projectiles to dodge. Great. Great. I did defeat one of the Golkas accidentally. So there's more stuff coming out. Oh, never mind. We got to the next part. Hit her with both of those. Aha. Good down spell. Good up spell. There's a vine in the center. Take out that vine. Oh, I did dodge the projectile barely there. I knew it was coming. But still, dodging it is hard even knowing it's coming. We did make it to the next part. Made it to the third part and died pretty quickly. Bow to the kindly Isma. That's a good first thing to happen in this battle. And then I die. I'm very curious how many attempts I've done. I've done a lot. Have I done 200 attempts? It's possible. I've put in so much more time on this than I've put in any one thing in this game, I think. The Mystic Zamir was similar. Bow to the kindly Isma, and then... Woohoo, she started with acid. And I died. I know all of the attacks. So let's start thinking about more about what I do and less about what she's doing. So I need to just constantly know where the projectiles are and move normally. Don't want to be dashing to get out of those projectiles, because we need to be dashing for other reasons. So we need to move such that we don't get hit by the projectiles. The acid counts as a projectile. Now and then, I kind of want to be slightly over here, because then she appears on the left side. And I need to use spells. Get some King's Honor on you. There's a... oh, darn. Dodge 3 things, die to the 4th thing. That's basically why I find this incredibly difficult. I've got too many different things that I need to be watching out for. If I pay too much attention to her or too much attention to the projectiles, the other thing kills me. And the Fool Eaters here, the Leaf Snappers, shouldn't be very difficult. I mean, how hard are they, really? But they're just added on. So, even though they're the least dangerous thing, they've killed me a number of times, because they're just here with all these other things. If it weren't for the other things, the Leaf Snappers would do nothing to me, but it's the fact that all of them exist at the same time that's hard. I was expecting the projectile any time there, and it did not come. Good. There's a Leaf Snapper that's gone. I did need that Leaf Snapper gone. She replaced it. Very smart of her. I would like to get to the last part of the battle again. Let's do that. Almost got hit by that projectile. Good, avoiding projectiles. Okay, Golka gone. Probably a replacement Golka now. There is. Oh, the acid. Almost got me with that, Isma. Very intelligent. But I do not expect it. Okay. Oh, what? I didn't think that was still an attack that I could get hit by. I'm learning to dodge things randomly, like dodge random things well, but I really would like to have more of a pattern of what I do every time, rather than dealing with random stuff every time. And that really comes from not destroying the first 4 things she puts out. If I can not destroy the first 4 things she puts out, I think that we get a normal pattern. Have some King's Honor. So try not to kill these 4 things. I think that's the most reliable strategy I've employed so far. Which I have done this strategy before. I'm just not consistent at it. And part of that is because the King's Honor sometimes kills things. Also, I don't like when she's in the air like that all the time. There we go. Watch out for this. Alright, dodge that projectile just fine. Needed to not be in the air there. But see how long I can last. I can last pretty long when I just don't take out the first 4 things. First 4 enemies are allowed to live. Okay. Good. Good spell. Good spell. Good spell. All right. Yeah, this is going a lot better. All right, I like that. If I don't kill the first 4 things that come out, then we sometimes do very well. Oh, the vine got me. Because it sprouted up, and then I wasn't able to go over to the left before I was going to downslash. King's Honor on you. Yeah, don't kill these first 4 things. Let them live. Good. I killed one of them. I killed the Golka on the left. Now, do not destroy the first 4 enemies. I like it when it starts that way. It's my favorite way that this battle starts. Good. Oh no, I was right on the leaf snapper there. Trying very hard not to kill the first 4 things. I think that it is the strategy that I've been really needing to employ. Okay, let's see here. Watch out for that projectile. And then that's somewhat dangerous. Oh no, I think I killed the Golka over there. Yeah. Still very experimental in nature. Watch out for that projectile. It came a little bit later than I expected it. Good. Good spell. Good. Good spell too. Oh, and we're to the next part. Aha. Feel good about that. That's acid. We know how to avoid acid, right? I mean, I'm much better at it than I used to be, so kind of yes. Oh, avoided the acid. Don't like how many vines there are. Really don't like how many vines there are. Alright. There we go. Got rid of the vines. Oh, barely got that down spell off, but I did get it off. Good. Another down spell. That was difficult to pull off, but we got it. Good. There's a vine right there. Oh no, I dashed into the thorns. Got to the third part again though. Let's keep doing that. Keep getting to the third part, and we'll do fine. In the first part, the new strategy is let them live. Oh, I did not let them live. Alright. The strategy has no longer working. It's no longer being employed. Which means the other strategy is to kill the things that are most annoying, let the rest live. Because once she puts out some more, it gets really strange. So, instead of learning the new pattern, just kill the things that are most annoying to you, let the others live. Okay, she put more out. She put more out right over there, in my previous safe spot. Alright. Oh, got hit by a projectile that I couldn't see. That Golka is already dead. It was pretty high up, so it was kind of fated to die. Oh man. Careful of the projectile. Saying it as it happens. Let's see how much you can endure. True statement. I can endure quite a lot, as I have proven. When are you gonna quit? So there's more ads. There's more ads. I was kind of walking across to see where the leaf snappers were. There were quite a lot of them. I think we're close though. Oh, almost got hit by that. Good spell. And put another spell on. There we go. And we're not done with this part. Thought we were done. Gotten extremely close, I think twice. Time to get back there again. I've already killed one of the Gulkas, so the new strategy of letting them live is not working this time. Oh, there's two. Two over there. So the first strategy is let them live. If they happen to just die on you, then the next strategy is figure out where all of them are and kill the ones that are annoying. Let the other ones live. There are so many leaf snappers over here. Can't deal with that many leaf snappers in one area. Okay. We've killed a number of them, so she's likely to put out more soon. But until she does, we kind of get some free hits on her, which is nice. There we go. Oh, we're in the next part. Maybe defeating all of her ads is a good thing. If you just try to defeat all of them. That's another thing to experiment with, I guess. There's going to be some vines. Need to take out those vines. Good. Good. There's some vines that are going to be on the left. Alright, we're to the next part. Battlefield gets smaller. We ran out of soul. And somehow I projected myself into the spiky vines over there. Glad I made it to the third part again. Basically, if I make it to the third part consistently, I'll be pretty happy. Because we can get that third part. Proven my ability to get that third part. Okay, we need something here. Because this Golka over here is not very nice. It's in a very poor location for me to avoid its shots. I'm going to try a different strategy at the beginning. The new strategy is kill all of the ads. Make her constantly put out more. One of the nice things about this strategy is that I get lots of soul from those ads. But there's things like that, where I don't notice that the new thing is there. Yeah. This might be a bad strategy, but we're going to try it a little bit just because getting pretty far into this, and I need something. So, defeat everything. Defeat that. There we go. That's defeated. This is now defeated. Alright, that's defeated too. And see, we can get some free hits on her, basically. I like that. Yeah, okay, I've got a new strategy for the beginning. Let's see how it pans out. It seemed to be working just fine that time, even though we didn't get past the first part. Good, we defeated all of her stuff. She puts out more. We expected that. Puts out more, we expected that. We can defeat them pretty quickly. She puts out more. Alright, the problem with this strategy is that she just puts out a whole ton of them. She is very willing to put out more. Every time we defeat the ones that she's put out. But it's not too hard to defeat her ads. So even though she puts out a lot more, which makes the first part take longer, this might be more reliable. It could be. Not sure yet. Good. One of those is kind of far up, which is a little bit harder to deal with. Oh, she almost got me with that. Two of them over there. The acid got me. Can't read anything into the acid getting me. The acid gets me a lot. She put out stuff twice in a row? I didn't know she could do that. I guess why not, but... Okay, there's a bunch of Fool Eaters over here, and there's two Golkas over there. Let's try to get rid of the 2 Golkas. This new strategy is... it's not working out great, I think we can say. There's 2 Golkas over there already. Jeez. The left side is dangerous. Okay, defeated them. There was another leaf snapper in the center that I did not see. I'm going to try this probably 3 more times, this strategy, because it hasn't really been working out, and the other one that I had seemed to be working out just fine. So, with the problem that it's not extremely reliable to be able to do it. A vine here, a vine there. Indeed. Okay, she's putting more out. She did put out a Golka over here, which we just destroyed. There's 2 over there. Can't deal with that. Okay. Whoa, the acid. So the acid has killed me 2 of the times out of the 3 that I said I was trying this new strategy of destroying everything. And I think that's one of the problems with the strategy, is that I take longer in this part of the battle, which means the acid attack actually happens more frequently. And that's bad, because the acid attack is not something I reliably not getting hit by. Okay, back to the first strategy. Let them live strategy. Let the first 4 live, and then only kill the ones that are in annoying places. Let them live strategy means I mainly want to be in the center. That Golka over there died, which means it's the problem with this strategy, is that it's fragile. It's fragile mainly because of the King's Honor. Okay, there's a few snappers. Okay, we survived that, and we made it to the next part. Great. Alright, the let them live strategy really does work better. For me, at least. Okay, destroy those vines. Excellent down spell. Another good time to use a down spell. Okay, we're in the next part. We can put some damage on, we'll get further. Good. Watch out for the acid. And there's lots of vines. Okay, destroy the vines. Good. Oh wait, we made it to the last part. I even got a spell in. Got it. Alright. That took me a long time, but we got it. The Radiant Kindly Isma. That's going to be definitely the main feat for this episode. I am going to put in a few tries against the Mystic Zemir on Ascended. The Mystic Zemir, that is. All right, thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. It took a while, but we did it. Now, Ascended Mystic Zemir, I'm going to give this probably 20 attempts. After 20 attempts, we're going to put this off until next time. Unfortunately, next time will be a while. I am going on a trip and can't really stream until I get back, so won't be a little while until I can continue here. Right, and remember my Isma stuff. There's a few moves that she has that I need to use a down spell on, but there's some others that I don't. Alright, this is the crazy part. Get on the wall. And then what? I forget. Have to learn the crazy part again. Have to learn the crazy part again, but clearly I can do the first part. If taking a fair amount of damage. Alright, we died in the first part. Oh, you know what? I need to take charms off. I need to think about what charms I would have during the champion's call. Because we should not be over-charmed here. Not the Soul Eater. I think for the champion's call, I do need a long nail. So we're going to put a long nail on. And then we're going to do the Soul Catcher instead of the Soul Eater. I think that's a good set. I think that's what I will wear for the champion's call. So that's what I'm going to use for practicing Mystic Zemir. Now? Right. Okay. Do need to remember some of her attacks. She is the boss that it took me the longest to figure out what attacks she does. But once I figured it out, I did a pretty decent job on the Radiant version of this one, I think. It was much easier than Isma. And we can actually heal there, by the way. Okay, well, what's going on? Need to learn that part again, clearly. I should remember to heal in between the parts, because that is important. Good, I like it when she throws. Darn. Oh man, I got hit during the dash part. The dash part is the one that I feel the best at. So heal twice here. And then jump over her. Whoops. Alright, and now that craziness. Alright, and then it's going to be in the center, right? And then I need to be... I have no idea. Alright, we made it a little bit further. Aha. Right, she is going to hit me there if I don't watch out. Oh wow, we're already there? First part is so short. Alright, now Oh, darn. And then this part. Oh my gosh. I need to remember that again. I remember that you have to jump over her 3 times. Darn, hit me with the dash again. Definitely not in my Zamir practice. Good. Glad she threw that. Basically what I needed her to do. Alright, heal twice. Okay. And then again, and then that. And then that. And then that. And the next one is going to be in the center. Alright. And then crazy stuff happens. And we survived. Alright, we survived the very first part. Yeah, Gwyff, this is insane. There are 2 like extra bosses. One of them is with Isma, and one of them is with the Mystic Zamir, and the way that you unlock them is by getting to them in the Champion's Call. But yeah, the Mystic Zamir is my choice for the hardest boss in the Pale Court mod. So, it's undeniably difficult. And there's a part there that you just can't hit her, you just kind of have to outlast her. Because she does a crazy thing for a little while, but not the entire time. We can heal 3 times there, that's good to know. Alright. Dodge the first one, dodge the second one, did not dodge the third, and died. It's not about reacting though, it's about memorization. Because she always does the same set of moves during that part. And even knowing what she's going to do, it is rather difficult to dodge it. Oh gosh, I don't have my dash through. Alright, we've taken way too much damage here. Okay, heal 3 times. We didn't have the soul to heal 3 times. So, over that one. Wasn't able to get that one. Alright, now... now we're dead. Good. Like when she does that. Alright, dodged everything so far. Got my Zamir attack patterns down a little bit better. At this part of the battle, it's the same as the mysterious Zamir. Oh gosh, I got hit once. Darn. Dodge over that. And then... now it's always going to be on me. Alright. Crushed again. If I can make it through that part, though, with my life. I can make it through, but if I make it through with basically 0 life, then I can't do much else. Okay. That's unfortunate, because we don't have enough soul to heal. Strength in frailty. What does that mean, Zamir? Okay, now we jump over her and dash away. Jump over her, dash away. This one's going to be in the center. And then we die. If I can figure out when that's going to happen, a down spell might be the right thing to do at that part. I don't know though. I figured out how to get, previously when I've done the attuned version of this, I figured out how to get hit only once there, occasionally, but getting hit only once there is not going to cut it in the Ascended version, I think. I need to learn how to not get hit at all in that part. Oh, heal twice. Heal twice. Okay. Now. And then... watch out. Oh, darn. And then it's going to be on me. It's going to be on me. I think it's going to be on me one more time. I was wrong. It's in the center. And then I don't have the soul to do a down spell. Alright, we made it past it. We made it past the crazy part. And died. Bow. Good. Oh, darn. Getting hit a bunch of times here. Darn, I was gonna do a down spell, but I was way too late. Heal 3 times. And then get on that wall. And then this part, I'm like 1 off of what she's doing there. And then this time it's in the center. And then we go here. And then we down dive or something. I don't know. Technically we made it past it again. Couple more tries. Downward dive there. Kind of want to downward dive there too, but I can't. Alright, we somehow did not get hit by any of that. Alright, hit her. We're actually pretty close to the crazy phase. There we go. Made it to the crazy phase. Get on this wall. Then she does that. Then she attacks me like that. Alright. I'm one off. I think she's going to do something, and then she does the thing that I think she's going to do 1 later than I think she's going to do it. Alright, we made it. And we've got some health, too. Okay, she's doing the craziness. Alright. Oh, I didn't have my soul to do that. Downward dive. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. Practicing a boss at a lower game speed. Ooh. I like that. That's a really good idea. I might not do that because my practice happens live, but I do really like that idea. Aha. Alright. Heal. We can only heal once. That's upsetting, but get on this wall. And then she comes at me, this is the part where it actually comes at me. There we go. Alright, I got the pattern down a little bit better there. And then this one is going to be in the center. We need to be on this wall, and then go to the center, and then be above and below, and then who even knows? Alright, the teleporting I can't really deal with. Unless I have a down spell available, which I did not. Alright, I'm going to try this 2 more times. I really lost track of my 20 times, but 2 more, and then I'll go for today. Check out my upcoming section to see when the next one is going to be, because it's not going to be for at least a week or 2. Well, probably more like a week and a half. But basically, I'm pretty happy with having completed another Radiant version. Even though it took me a long time, that is progress. And progress is good. You can really get as many heals off there as you're able to. Alright, now we need to be above her. Let's try to be above her this time. And then she's going to be in the center this time. Then dodge, be above, then be below, then who even knows? Alright, one more try. Somehow, I'm going to have to do this on Radiant, if I'm ever going to do that. If I'm going to defeat all of the challenges in this mod, part of that is defeating this boss on Radiant, which seems ridiculous. Right, go under there, dash through and down. Darn. Fortunately, I have very little soul here. So I don't think this one's going to go very well. Focusing on me one more time, and then it's focusing in the center. And then we need to be here, and then something. Was that the second to last or the last? I don't remember. I'm very bad at countdowns. We're doing one more, I guess. Last time. Alright. Would like you to do an easier thing to dodge. Although I have gotten pretty decent at dodging that one, surprisingly. Good. Being able to do this part reliably is very important. Alright. There we go. Heal twice. Now she's going to be focusing on me, focusing on me, focusing on me. And then we focus on the center. Then we go to the center, we try to be above and below, and then dash through. Alright, I got hit essentially twice there. Once during the crazy phase, and once because the crazy phase was ending. And then the teleporting attack really destroyed me. Alright. I think that we need to defeat the Ascended version of that before we do more Champion's Call. But I would like to point out that at this point we have done a Radiant version of all 4 of the added bosses in this mod. There's just also a 6th and 7th added boss that are upgraded versions of the other ones. So, that's it for today. Most of that was Radiant Isma, but I'm very happy to have accomplished that. And as always, this mod is very hard, but it is fun. I'm enjoying it. It's just the harder challenges of this mod are really a little bit above my skill level, so I'm having to skill up to get there. I will indeed enjoy the trip. It will be a fun one. And thanks for coming. I'll see you next time, hopefully.